Hi everyone, and welcome to Creatively Overcoming Life Stressors. I am Veronica, and we're here today to talk about the 7 ways on how to keep our anxiety in check when discussing and trying to figure out whether or not we should be sending our children to school in the year 2020 with COVID-19. So let's get started. So let's get into this because it's a very, very, very serious matter, and all the parents are pretty much talking about this today. When delving into whether or not you should be sending your child is definitely a personal matter, and this video is just here to help you release the anxiety while you are going through this big question that will affect your entire family. So, tip 1, what you want to try your best to do is acknowledge the fears around sending your child to school with COVID-19. Take a look at yourself. What are honestly the fears that you have around it? And when you do notice it, discuss it with your significant other, your spouse, the other parent that you may be co-parenting with for your child. What are their fears? Are your fears, coinciding, or are they opposite fears? Have a discussion around that so you know that you are not alone in deciding this big question for your child. Second is take into account your child's fears. If your child is of age where they could express themselves, by all means ask them, how do they feel in going to school with COVID-19? Surprisingly enough, some of the kids are anxious about it, and there's other kids that are not anxious about it. So find out from your own child, how do they feel about it? Where is their mind with COVID-19? Where is their mind with how the school structure will change? Where is their mind with whether or not they're going to be wearing a mask? Well, I hope they are. But where is their thought process? Where are they in this, madness with COVID-19? As we are all unfolding and trying to figure this out, it is very important to keep communication within your household, within your family, which is why the first 2 tips is to check in with your fears, your significant other's fears, and your child's fears, if any. Tip 3 is get informed. Every state, every city is drastically functioning differently. What is happening in your place? What is happening in your home? What is happening in your district? Get informed. Find out what's going on so that you can make an informed decision for your entire family, for your child. Tip 4. Whenever we are going through changes, it's very important to keep that open communication. Now, one way that is helpful is by playing out different scenarios. Gather your significant other and your child. Play out different scenarios. If you were to be in the classroom and your classmate took off their mask and started coughing openly, well, asking your child, how would you handle that situation? And let them tell you. When the more you get your child talking and learning and being able to express themselves on how they would handle, COVID-19 in the 2020 year, the more you will feel confident in your child being able to keep themselves safe while they are not in your eyesight. Maybe playing out some of those fears that you and your significant other have come up with and bring it to your child, not in the sense of these are my fears, but just, well, if this were to happen, how would you handle it? And see what they will tell you. Keep it open so they could be creative on how they will handle it. It would help you feel alleviated in your anxiety, and it will also help you gain trust in your child so that you could actually do your work. And after discussing the different scenarios, let it lead to tip 5, which is the whole family talking, everyone communicating, and having COVID-19 be a conversation. Not in the sense of, oh my God, I'm so scared, what's gonna happen, but just everyone taking a deep breath and openly having a conversation as to different things that might occur and what to do if things become unsafe, how to handle it, who to go to, how to communicate with you. Some people will be doing 100% remote learning. Other people might be doing blended learning, and just being respectful of that family's decision. Step 6. So we all share feelings around COVID-19. And it's important to acknowledge each other's fears and be empathic to how we are each going to be responding differently to whether or not we're sending our child to school. So being empathic and respectful to one another will help us all keep our anxieties in check and help us all move forward with COVID-19. And tip 7 is breathing, lots of breathing, and praying. We have all lost people. We are all here, and now we're here to move forward with COVID-19. So I ask for all of us to breathe and pray and answer that big question on what you want to do with your child coming the school year of 2020 with COVID-19. So make the best decision for your family. All right, bye. So if you like what you're hearing, subscribe. I'm going to be talking about different ways on how to creatively overcome stressors in our lives. So stay tuned.